Vader owes me push-ups. Ladies and gentlemen, are we getting the push-ups right now? Hold up, Vader, you gotta blow your screen up, bro. Don't mess around. You gotta blow the screen up. Okay. Y'all seeing this live. Y'all seeing it live right now. Vader was doing a push-up. Wait, that's 10. You stopped at 10. You stopped at 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6. Wait, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. Oh, wait, 24. Yeah, 24. Yo, the 5. Yo, you still like that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 7 more, baby. 7 more. 7 more. 7 more. You can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You did it. 7. Has done it. So in case y'all didn't know what happened was, we made a bet that Superman was going to hit $1 billion and Fatal lost that bet. 50 push-ups. 50 push-ups. Fatal has finally paid the debt.
That's my boy. Oh, yeah.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know. All right, I'm done. Butterflies in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, it's reading rainbow. I can fly most anywhere. Do. Take a look, it's in a book, it's reading rainbow. Take a look, it's in a book, it's reading rainbow. What are we live on the Fatal J Live, ladies and gentlemen? And as far as you can see, we're going to be talking about a lot of DC bars, a lot of DC that you didn't ask for to see. Let's see who up in here. Yeah. Let's see who up in here, though. Man, we got a lot of people in the building. What up, Leo? Fatal J Bird's in his house. Yeah. What up, Dark Plato? A2D2 is in the building. What up, A2D2? We got Zachariah. Shout out to Zachariah, man. Just when you having a Zachariah, I usually don't do this, but I'm going to do it.
He's beating me!
What up, Zachariah in the building? Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Hey, smash that like button. Smash that like button. I really appreciate that. Let's see who else is in the chat. Oh, we got a special guest, Bigger for Entertainment, aka Onzo, who drives a Enzo. What up, Fatal J and Panel? What up, sir? Glad you're here. Terminus EST. It's been a long time. Burn off that Sam Cola. Hey, I got something for you, bro. This is what happens when people play with my Sam. I got little chicken strips. I'm trying to eat healthy. Got a salad. I'm just to get that Sam Cola. You saw that Sam Cola, didn't you? Let's continue. Fatal J joined the Marines today, everybody. Speaking of Marines, shout out to all my veterans out there in veteran land. Fatal J, salute you and glad to what you did for the country. Man, y'all keep the invaders from coming over here, man. Fatal J karaoke, yeah. Y'all smash that like button while y'all coming in here, because if you don't smash that like button, if you don't smash that like button, meet the marginalized country. And that's all I got to say about that. First news of the night. We're going to be talking about some DC things. We're going to be talking about Jimmy Olsen got a show before Wonder Woman and Batman. And I know what you're going to say. Fatal J, the Batman is coming next year. James Gunn is playing y'all like some mother freaking fiddles. He putting all the C-list and D-list people out there. We're going to speak on that. We're going to speak about the V For Vendetta series. We also going to speak about the Hunt for Ben Solo. You thought I forgot. Let's get into the news, ladies and gentlemen. So this was the biggest news of the week, unfortunately. And this is what things had to say. This is what they had to say. Let's check this out right here. Let's check it out. Let's check it out right here. So this is what it says. It says that the DC details on the potential Jimmy Olsen spinoff show. It's a crime anthology series, focuses on different DC villains, and hosted by Jimmy Olsen. Now, chat, I want y'all to let me know if you looking forward to a type of show like this. Now, this is a show that we're getting before. I feel like we need some music. I do. There we go. So, why, man? Let's see what the people are saying in the comments. Somebody said introduce Darkseid. We're about to be introduced to Darkseid on one of Jimmy Olsen's adventures on me. Please, James Gunn, make him pour every bad bitch in sight and my life if yours. What the freak? This got 2,000 likes. So it's people out there actually looking forward to this? Now, there we go, Lane. I love the new Superman, but please don't make the same mistakes Marvel did and ruin it all with TV. That's what James Gunn doing. Peacemaker, D-list character. Jimmy Olsen. Oh, Jimmy Olsen is a part of the Superman family. I don't give a freak what you got to say. Who the freaking asked for Jimmy Olsen? Who? You? So you mean to tell me, because I got into a fight with a lot of dumb freakers about this. Matter of fact, I'm going to let y'all see. I got into a big argument with a lot of stupid freakers. And they got mad because it was 100 people out there that liked my post. All I put was, oh, never mind. That was for V For Vendetta. We'll get to that soon. Let's check out some more. It's some more details about this show that came out. Shout out to DCU Leaks for putting this out. But this is what it had to say. So they said DC Crime, the Jimmy Olsen series, is slated to film next spring in Atlanta. Now, they always go to Atlanta to film these type of shows and movies because they get a good rate when it comes to filming in that location. So you got Wendell Pierce, Michaela Hoover, Beck Burnett, and Christopher McDonald are set to appear. That's all the people who work at the Daily Planet. David Cornsway and Rachel Brosnahan are not expected to appear. Of course they're not. Of course they're not. It would have been dope if they was. So we got Gorilla Grodd in there. Should have been introduced in a DCU Flash movie, but of course, James Gunn is not going to give you what you want. Marvel is not going to give you what you want. Lucasfilm is not going to give you what you want. Amazon is not going to give you what you want. And Netflix is not going to give you what you want. So I'm not shocked. This is the official logo, DC Crime. A show we didn't ask for. And I'm pretty sure the cast from Peacemaker are going to interject into this. They're going to be cameos in this. Now, don't get me wrong, man. Don't get me wrong. I was really hyped about the DCU going in. I really was. I was really hyped about going in. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is sad than the mother freaker. What the freak am I doing? This is really sad, man. I am not excited about this. I think that's the world record too. Might as well give my flip-flops I wore around the house a TV show. Agent Carter worked, but I don't think it works for Jimmy Olsen. Agent Carter was a dope show. It's not going to work for Jimmy Olsen. I promise you it won't work for Jimmy Olsen. Law and Order Metropolis. Nobody asked for that. Let's go a little bit deeper into this show. We're going to go into the land of Cosmic Book News. Why Jimmy Olsen series? More Gunn Superman family saga. 2 new DC series have been announced. A Jimmy Olsen show set in James Gunn DCU and a V For Vendetta series believed to be an Elseworld project. We're going to be talking about that later. Both shows point to what we've been hearing, that Gunn has been quietly pivoting away from his larger DCU and towards smaller, contained stories focused on Superman and characters tied to him. That's trash. Gunn shifts to the Superman family. Our insiders told us last month that Gunn's original Gods and Monster plan is essentially over. Gunn pivoted to a new direction, quietly moving from Gods and Monsters to the Superman family saga because his contract hasn't been renewed, and if Skydance buys WB, Universal is still quietly in play, then they want a completely new start. So this mother freaker, instead of giving it his all, is playing it safe. This man should have been never picked for the job, and I don't care what you mother freakers say. You can say I'm biased. Go back and watch my original videos. I left hope open for James Gunn, Am I a James Gunn fan? I've always told y'all, no, I'm not. I gave him points on being a good director at times. But most of the time it's cheesy and it's the same damn formula. That's exactly what's happening. The new Jimmy Olsen series starring Skylar Gisondo reprising his role from Superman continues Gunn's shift towards a Superman family saga rather than a broader interconnected DC universe. It's clear now that Gunn is pouring his energy into the Superman corner of the DCU with Superman, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Jimmy Olsen, and Man of Tomorrow all orbiting the same characters and tone. It's all good on paper. And I can actually understand this, okay? The Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and the Man of Tomorrow. I accept those two. But then Jimmy Olsen is another waste. That's another peacemaker waiting to happen. Nobody asked for that. It's so many, it's a slew of other characters that you could have rocked with. A freaking shame. What a gosh darn shame. I'm surprised we haven't seen a crypto. It was a crypto comic book though. I'm serious. Check this out. He already did that. He just didn't make the movie. It is a crypto comic book out there. I remember seeing it. Check this out right here. I ain't lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. This the crypto comic right here. Boom. Mark with a C. What up, brother?
Yo, what's happening, bro?
Little
Hey,
bro,
man,
what's good, man?
Hey man, just going over the local news, you know, the local crap.
What's up to the chat? Peace to the world. Much love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm digging that hat, man.
Oh, this whole thing. Thank you, bro. I only wear this when I don't give a damn.
I feel you. I feel you. We just talking about the Jimmy Olsen DC crime series. Now, how do you feel about that?
It's a waste of time, bro. A waste of time. Like you said, nobody. Here's the thing, right? There's two sides to this. Nobody was asking for this, right?
Yeah.
But there is one thing that everybody was asking for after that movie dropped. Does anybody remember what everyone was asking for after the movie dropped?
They was asking for the Mr. Terrific.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So we're going to get a Jimmy Olsen show before we get Mr. Terrific. And guys, I've said on videos so many times, timing is everything. Timing. Yeah. You give the people what they want when they're asking for it, you know, because the audience is fickle. Next year, they might not be looking for Mr. Terrific. Now was the time. Yeah. Nobody was looking for Jimmy Olsen. Stop it.
Now, Mark, you as a huge Superman fan, when you seen this whole DCU slate being talked about, did you ask yourself, man, I want a Jimmy Olsen show?
Absolutely not. I didn't even understand his role in the actual movie. Like he was supposed to be a ladies' man and all of this stuff. I mean, I wasn't feeling it, bro. Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could have gone without seeing him again, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I see the formula, and I don't know if James Gunn is trolling. What is up with all these D-list characters?
Bro, you know, this is what we've been talking about for years. My brother, Demajanai, what's good, man?
What's up?
Good to see you, pimp.
Don't go to sleep.
I mean,
what's up, man? What is this back?
You sound like Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't
is that new?
Asleep.
What you talking about, D? What you talking about?
The background it looks different.
What you mean the background? This been the same background for Dark Council for a whole year.
I'm talking about the HUD in the back. It looks different.
What you talking about?
Hold on.
Okay, well, listen. What I was talking about was
you continue talking what you talk about. Keep talking what y'all talk about.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. That just threw me off. What was the point that I was trying to make?
You were talking about Mr. Terrific. Everybody wanted Mr. Terrific. No one asked for a Jimmy Olsen show.
Oh, you know what? I think
There
you were talking about the whole, why they're doing this, and we've talked about this before. How this new crop of filmmakers, they can't get over their egos. Like everything is about their ego. Everything is a vanity project. So they don't want to go for the Superman, the Batman, the Wonder Woman. They want to be the ones to bring up the characters that no one is checking for because it makes them look like they're more innovative. They're more risk takers. Like what's his name? James Gunn can hang his hat on Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what got him through all of these doors because nobody was checking for Guardians of the Galaxy, but he brought them up out of obscurity. So that's what they're trying to do. God forbid Jimmy Olsen makes $1 billion. James Gunn is a hero again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that ain't gonna happen.
No, it's not going to happen, but it's not going to stop these guys from doing it. James Watiki, he's the same way. Ryan Johnson is the same way. You know what I mean? It's like all they want to do is like puff themselves up over the established characters in the source material.
Yeah. Shout out to Man Cave Podcast 101 with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I don't know if this is Leo. I don't know who is who, but I thank y'all so much. Let me blow y'all up. This is probably 9 out of 10 Aaron, but I'm not sure. Thank you so much. Let me blow you up. Thank you so much for the $5.
Brother.
Now, let's check this out right here. This is what this says. On January 2023, James Gunn announced DCU slate, Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Here is the latest update on all the projects so far. Creature Commandos, HBO Max. Waller, NA. What do NA mean? No
Not
answer.
applicable.
Not applicable.
Usually it means not applicable.
Okay, I'm just going to say didn't happen. Waller, didn't happen. Superman, HBO Max. Paradise Lost, not happening. Lanterns, early 2026. Brave and the Bold, not happening. Peacemaker Season 2, HBO Max. Swamp Thing, not happening. Supergirl, summer 2026. Booster Gold, not happening. The Authority, no longer moving forward. And Titans. What do you guys think about this list so far?
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. It's the bottom of the
yeah.
What up, Glacier?
I don't understand what's so hard about doing the Trinity.
What up, Aaron?
And then building off on the Flash, Martian Manhunter. You could probably throw in Cyborg if you want to. It wasn't really my biggest go-to guys, but a Lantern. Like give me I just don't blank on my man. The main Lantern. I just blank on his name.
Hal Jordan?
Hal Jordan, yes. I don't know why I went blank on that. Give me a Hal Jordan.
Well, D, let me
Lantern,
tell you something.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, D. Something is very interesting with the Green Lanterns. Hal Jordan really is not. Some people will argue with you and say Hal Jordan is not the main Lantern. You know who was the first Green Lantern?
I bet it was a black man.
I'm not
a
big
black man,
but I know. What's
Mark? I'm surprised Mark don't know.
Damn, what's his name? I know what you're referring to. I do.
Check. Who was the first Green Lantern? What the chat saying? I can't see. I'm trying to pull up the image.
They ain't saying nothing yet.
Okay. Well, let me tell you who was the first Green Lantern. Alan Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Scott is the first Green Lantern. Now, D, some people will argue with you about Hal Jordan being the most popular. Who you think I'm going to say is the most popular Green Lantern? And the Majinai Yo lag game is nasty work right now.
I don't know what to do with that, bro. I have no idea.
Jon Stewart, man. Jon Stewart?
Yeah. I mean, he was the one that had the Justice Unlimited, the Justice League Unlimited one. So, but then again, the Green Lanterns is more of a police force anyway. But I'm just talking about like if I don't know, it's you could it wouldn't hurt to do a Hal Jordan. It wouldn't hurt. I think it wouldn't hurt to do that.
We getting Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, you need a bomb ass Batman movie right now. I'm not talking about Pattinson either. It's
I agree.
You need a bomb ass Batman movie to save whatever they're trying to do with DC. That's the only way to go, man. There can be no side characters, no lesser characters. You need the big dog right now. Superman shit the bed. This is an emergency.
Mark, what do you think about this though? Okay. They said on this website, this is what James Gunn is trying to do. This is what he's trying to do. It's clear now that Gunn is pouring his energy into the Superman corner of the DCU with Superman, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, which is confirmed, Jimmy Olsen, which is confirmed, and Man of Tomorrow, which is confirmed. What do you think about that?
I think he's gonna miss. Dude was struggling. He admittedly was struggling with what to do with Superman. You know, at the last minute, at the 11th hour, he's like, I think I got this character. I think I know what to do with him. But before then, he said he was having a hard time grasping the Superman character. So he's also having a hard time grasping the Superman universe. You know, this is not it for him. It's not it.
And you got to mention this too, Mark. What did that mother freaker say in the beginning? That he didn't even want to touch Superman in the beginning. Remember that?
That's right.
And this is the man y'all pick.
Yeah.
Y'all pick him, the man that don't have no interest in Superman, and then talking about later on, okay, I think it's time. It's probably time because they put some millions in your bank account.
Yes.
I don't want nobody like that.
Dude, like heavily implied that Luthor was more the guy that he relates to than Superman.
He said that. And guess what, Mark? He said that, and Man of Tomorrow is a 50-50 movie. Superman and Lex Luthor going to be working together against a villain.
Yeah. He's just not going to be able to do it, man. But listen, the unforgivable sin with him, was how he messed up Superman's origin, how he messed up, Jor-El. Like he did that, man. He did that. There's no undoing that. Like you fucked it up, man. Now you got to back away from it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's as bad as Man of Steel when dude let his father die. Actually, this is worse than that, if you ask me. So I wash my hands of it, man. If you're in the chat, guys, if you're in the chat and you're on social media, if you're in the chat and you're on social media, if you're on X or whatever, drop the link. Let people know that we're on here, bruh. Hit the like.
Drop the link because they see talented black guys talking about geek stuff and they're going to try to bury it. But you have the powers in your hands to take this link, because some of y'all on y'all phones and we doing vertical right now. Take that link, just share it to a random person in your text messages, and boom, we can take over YouTube. Now, I want to show you guys something. My uncle got a little bit too drunk last night, and this is what happened. So embarrassing.
dude could have killed himself, man. Would he fall through the floor?
You never bring liquor to a family function, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what they'll do. Now, next topic. Who took a video of me at the function?
Hey, man.
Hey,
you gotta be young to take a fall like that, bro. I take a fall like that, I'm going to the hospital, bro.
I don't care what nobody say. Mark and D is going down for 2026. Fatal J gonna have a little bit extra more change in his pocket. I got to go to New York. Aaron, I know the Man Cave 101 is based in New York. We all got to meet up and make something happen. Have a black explosion. Pause.
I just had a black explosion a couple of nights ago.
I had one last night too, and feeling fine.
Woo! D knows about that.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Dark Plato, MA, mature audience. Man, listen, Lanterns is James Gunn last chance for me. Aaron Pierre is a good actor, but I don't know about him as Jon Stewart. I think Aaron Pierre, even though he one of them light-skinned brothers like Wesley Snipes said, but I think he's going to do a good job. I really do. I think he's going to do a good job. I think this Lanterns, like you, Aaron, this is the last shot for DC. The DCU. I think it's the last shot. The Supergirl might wow us, but I got a feeling it's going to be even more goofier than Superman. I think it's going to be more goofy.
It will be, but like I said, the only hope that it has is the stars, are the stars. Like I said, Millie Alcock has got a ton of charisma, and also I think she's bringing a little bit of fandom from the Game of Thrones crowd who really liked her. Superman didn't have that. Nobody was coming over to see Superman from anywhere. We didn't know David Ball Sweat, whatever his name is, and with Millie, and also what's his name? Also Jason Momoa, he's in it too. So that gives him a little bit more star power to work with than he had with Superman.
Yes, sir. Next topic we're gonna be speaking about. Did you guys see V for Vendetta?
Long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Well, James Gunn is back at it again. He's going to be doing a V for Vendetta TV series. What are you guys' thoughts about that?
We need to stop with TV series. We need to stop with TV series.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't have a good feeling about this one.
When you think about what V for Vendetta is, there's no way in the world James Gunn is a good fit for that.
I agree.
And like he's a keeper of secrets. He's not an exposer of secrets. Like he's not the kind of dude who's gonna make that's like putting him in charge of like the X-Files or something like that. Like he's not deep enough. He's scared to go that deep.
That's a deep movie, man. That's a deep movie. Anti-government.
Yeah.
And I don't think
James Gunn he's a team player. He is a part of the machine.
Yes, he is.
So this is gonna be bullshit at best. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, I gotta admit though, and I forgot Natalie Portman was in that joint. She shaved her hair off for that joint. That was a cold movie, man. I haven't seen it in a long time, but that movie was dope. And I like the fact that we never saw who V was. V represented the people. The people.
The people. Yes.
So let's check this out. Can we just get original ideas on TV and movies? Everything is a remake and knockoff. They too scared to, man. They're too scared. And then this is the thing.
By the way,
Aaron,
my man
on
who
the dude, you got that name.
V, he was I know, I can't do anything about it. It was Agent Smith. That's who played him.
From the
Really?
Matrix. Yes.
He played V. Yeah.
That dude is a good actor. He played the Red Skull in Captain America too, right? Didn't he play the Red Skull?
Yes.
And he played the head elf in charge in Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Underrated actor. Underrated.
Was it James Weaver? Hugo?
It's Hugo something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dope,
Mhm.
man. Let's
They're
read this
not
real
going to be
quick.
able to deliver. You know,
I don't
go
think
ahead.
they is either. I don't think they are either. V for Vendetta TV series in the works of HBO with James Gunn attached. I think it's safe to say anything DC project James Gunn attached to it. V for Vendetta TV series is officially in development at HBO with James Gunn and Peter Safran of DC Studios on board as executive producers. Variety broke the story. HBO developing new live action DC series. Pete Jackson is attached to write the series. Ben Stevenson and Leanne Klein also executive produced with Warner Brothers Television behind the product.
I'm
HBO and
assuming
DC,
that Pete Jackson is not Peter Jackson, right?
if it's Peter Jackson, I might be down.
That's what I'm saying. That's that's an interesting inquiry there. I doubt it's him though. That would have made more
I,
headlines than this.
it would have been bigger if that was Peter
Yeah.
Jackson. HBO and DC Studios aren't commenting yet. Jason Reps didn't respond. It picked up. This will be another major DC live action project landing at HBO, following Peacemaker, The Penguin, and the upcoming Lanterns. Now, fellas, this is what I don't understand. I don't get this. I just don't understand. Okay, it's really simple. It's really easy. Why? This is a question I got for y'all. Why is the DCU, why James Gunn is not building his DCU based on these characters right here?
We just talked about that. You know what I mean? He wants all the shine for himself. He doesn't want to do this. I mean, that's the sure shot right there. It's like he wants to be known as the guy who discovered this or brought this guy back or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what these guys remind me of? Like wannabe Quentin Tarantino's. You know, when Quentin Tarantino makes a film, he always brings back certain actors and gives them new life. You know what I mean? Like he did with Pam Grier. He brought up Pam Grier. You know, he does that. And I think a lot of these, the Ryan Johnsons, the James Gunns and the Tika Wakuku and things like that, it's like they all consider themselves to be mavericks like that, but they're not. They're corny. Like you're in a DC universe. You have to use these characters. This is what the universe was built on.
Yeah.
But they refuse to do it.
I think they just want to piss us off. They got the money to piss us off. I'm being serious, man. They got the money to piss us off.
Well, that's petty as hell if that's all they're in it for, just to do that. But then you could be right, because that's what Ryan Johnson does. He's been in the news lately, and all he's doing is trolling.
At the end of the day, speak on it, D.
You made a good point right there, Fado. It is about pissing us off, because remember, the comic book, the blueprint for that was really what is the age bracket and gender of the people who most dominated that franchise or whatever. It was men. It's men who did that, and we all know that men can't be the focus of anything. I mean, they're trying to do a little course correction now, right? Like we're focusing on the male gaze and stuff. Shouts to Sydney Sweetney, stuff like that. They try to course correct a little bit, but you can't have a Amazonian goddess movie now. No, you can't do that. No, you can't have a real Superman movie with him being dominant. And you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Why would you do that?
Yeah,
you can't.
That's a good point.
Because then you'll be doing what your main core audience want, and they don't want us. Remember, what's the most famous line? Even though it wasn't the same, company, but this is what they all think. Kathleen Kennedy said, "We don't need the 40 or 50 plus people. We don't need them anymore." That's how they think. They still think that way. They want to capture people, which crazy enough, they want to capture people who are watching TikTok, who are watching YouTubers. Most of them don't care. The younger generation don't care about this. They don't. You have to cater to us, and they refuse to do it.
You know what, D?
So
I think I saw something yesterday that blew me away. Now, Mark, I know you disagree with AI, but if they start making movies like this, I'm sold. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna even turn off the music. The Imaginary Mark, get ready to be amazed. I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Training to become a Jedi is not an easy challenge, and even if you succeed, it's a hard one.
But I want to go. It's what I've always dreamed of doing.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Now, be brave and don't look back.
It gets better. Keep watching.
Don't look back.
Mm-hmm.
Speechless.
I was wondering if it was done. Yeah, I watched this a couple of days ago too, because you had sent another link.
Yeah.
And that was attached to that.
Yeah.
You know, this AI thing, man, it's really tricky. It's really, really tricky. You know, I think my issue with it, the way it's manifesting itself right now, is I guess original content, like characters, I should say. Like you're seeing now in, you know, what is it? There's a lot of music artists right now that are not real, that are on the Billboard charts, you know? So that's kind of not cool. You know, it makes me wonder, is there a huge difference between this and, I don't know, animation? You know, because we've been doing stuff like this with animation, you know, as far as these characters, but now this is kind of the next level in terms of animating them and giving them new life and stories and stuff. Like, I'm not sure if this is as offensive as that other thing that's going on with AI. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, it's. What do you think, D?
I like the concept of being able to tell like a Yazan Vong story with Mara Jade and stuff like that. But you like who was it who said it here? I hate that they put the accent here. Edwin Vasquez. He was like he's the same thing I did. The World Between Worlds. That's slop. That's Disney slop. Now there is. This is one thing that's really crazy about that, because, you know, again, I read the real Star Wars universe right here. There's a point in the EU where there's a force nexus, and you can it's kind of like a strong point where you can, you know, commune with people who have fallen or become one with the force, and like situations like that. So him seeing Anakin like this, if it was a force nexus type of deal, would be great. I would love for them to do that, especially when you think about how Disney dropped the ball and has Anakin effing around with Ahsoka rather than being with his freaking son. Because that's how Disney's doing it right now. At least they got that part right here with this AI thing. But again, the World Between Worlds is not a thing, because to me that is the World Between Worlds is tapping into time travel and stuff like that, which Star Wars was never about that. Going into being able to like what Jason Solo, the real Darth Cadus, right? He did have a force ability where he could kind of like force project into the past, but that was an ability and he could not affect anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he could go and see things how they were, but he couldn't go and like go ahead and literally take Ahsoka out of the fight with Darth Vader and save her. No.
Well, that's
that
like
to me is
Anakin.
nonsense.
But that's like Anakin. Anakin can see the future. He just can't go into the future. But D, there's more.
Most people could. Yeah.
There's more, and I'm gonna see if your mind change.
This was the day I left everything behind to become a Jedi.
But you know, AI still ain't there yet because it's still that lifelessness. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
still.
it's always going to be that lifelessness because there's
I don't think so,
there.
though, Mark. I think it's going to get better. That you can't even say.
Nah, I'm not sold on that, bro. It's
You
like,
don't think so?
you know, I mean, like I said, I'm looking at this from the same scope as I look at animation, illustration. Okay. And a lot of illustration can be very expressive, the facial expressions and things like that. But bro, you can't capture a human soul. You just can't do it.
That's true.
It's like and it can look great. It could be convincing, but it's never going to, you're never going to see life behind those eyes. It's just not there, man.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And we geeks, we fans, comic book fans, animation fans, it's nothing out there, and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, animation wise or CGI wise, that made us think, damn, that looks real, like it got a soul in it.
Yeah.
I agree, but let's continue.
Qui-Gon believed I was meant for more than slavery. My mother, she believed it too. I told her I'd come back, that I'd free her. Those were the last words I said to her before I left.
You couldn't have known what would happen.
Maybe not, but I knew what I left behind. The Jedi taught me.
D, if you was in the theaters and saw this, would you get angry, hyped, or what?
I had myself on mute, so I didn't want it to mess up. I'd be indifferent. I mean, this is it's a great concept because this is something that you would expect Luke to be able to do once he's a Grand Master, and have Anakin come and speak with him. And in the EU, he did do that. He went to Leia and he went to Luke, which is why I get so annoyed when they're showing him, again, I know I'm beating a dead horse, when they show him going to Ahsoka rather than going to his kids. That's what he did in the EU. And it's like, again, it's very, very much like what you were saying, Mark, where people want to be like their own trendsetters. They can't follow what is the blueprint. They have to be, we have to do my thing, and my thing has to be the best thing. But your thing isn't necessarily the best thing, especially when you are deviating from something that, for the most part, what makes more sense. And it makes sense, Anakin, who was redeemed by his son, to go see his son, not Ahsoka, who was, quite frankly, was really not that important for him. That really wasn't the thing that made him turn to the dark side or light side. She was his apprentice. Yes, he cared about his apprentice, but again, she was tacked on after the fact. That was never really a thing for Anakin's struggle about him going to the light or going to the dark or coming back to the light. So he should be with his kids, period. So yes, this is cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad you admitted it.
It's cool, but it's too late. It's to me, like, especially this. First off, Disney wouldn't do this anyway. This would be more of a fan thing anyway. So,
all right, let's continue because it's like a minute left.
Me to let go of what I feared to lose, but they never taught me how to live with the loss once it came.
She loved you, even to the end. You know that.
Luke look on point, though.
That's what makes it hurt the most.
That look just like Luke from Empire and Jedi, Return of the Jedi. Okay, now that look kind of wonky.
Yeah, it did.
Some points wonky, Hey, this kind of powerful, though. It's sad that the fans can make more heat
than
the actual studios.
Calling to me in pain. When I came to help, it was already too late.
It wasn't your fault.
This is powerful stuff.
I had another dream of your mother, Padme, dying in childbirth. I couldn't bear to lose her too.
What happened to her?
Hold on,
I
let me
tried to
stop
stop
there.
it.
You know how they'll do me. You know how they'll do me. You
Yeah.
know. What y'all thinking, Mark? You seem like you neutral. You know.
No, I'm not neutral, bro. It's like I'm never neutral. Like, you know what this bullshit is, right? You know, um, here's the thing. This is cute, you know, and everything, you know, but the AI thing, plus where they're going with this is kind of like bugging me because it's like the story is what it is. It stands where it stands. I hate when someone tries to over explain,
We
you
got the
know,
queen.
something that, oh, what up, Raina?
Yeah, we had to stop for the
up,
queen.
Lorena?
What up, Lorena?
Hey everybody,
God
how you
bless.
doing?
Doing good, doing good. We
How you
just
feeling? Good.
we watching this AI slop, but at the same time, it's kind of dope. Mark don't agree though. Mark, speak on it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, you know, this is just more of where we've been going, where we just have to keep doing deep dives into things that don't need a deep dive. You know, it's like we saw the story, we saw the fall of Anakin Skywalker and things. There's no walking around trying to explain myself in retrospect and everything like that. Luke saved him. You know, you already have my son. It's like, you know, that's it. You know, he sees him as a force ghost. Like, I'm not a fan of all of this. And I think that AI could do, you know, it could lend weight to more of this. You know what I mean? Now I'm kind of wondering, would you rather see this, or would you rather, if they're going to explore these characters in the future, or are we close to the idea of recasting these characters? Now, Fatal, you've been predicting a recasting, you know, of you know, the original trilogy or a retelling
It's
or
coming.
something like that.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
you know, like this kind of like keeps us stuck. You know, like AI is only going to do more of the same. Like it's going to kill innovation, I feel like. You know, other actors can bring more to the role, perhaps. You know, this is
That's
what we
true.
talk about when we talk about recast T'Challa, for example. Don't be afraid to find new talent, you know, to take it to another level. But this just keeps us right where we've always been. There's no growth to be had here, man.
I agree. I agree.
So
I,
I
I
will
think for fan
counterpoint
service.
that, Mark.
Speak on it, D. Speak on
I will counterpoint that just a little bit. This would be fantastic, and again, the only reason why I say it would work well only because we can't get Luke. Look, I get you can say you could recast whatever, but we can't. For me, it's sacrilege to recast the original trilogy people. It just is. But I get it. If you were to tell a story going forward, it would be better to recast going forward, not go backwards. Here's where this AI would work well as far as like the de-aging portion of it. And if he was to be talking to Anakin right now, he should have been a Force ghost, not like that. That would have made more sense of this story that they're trying to tell if he was a Force ghost and have him talk to him in that respect, and you know, kind of like, or at least teach him some stuff that he didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Which again, this could be what they were going with, teaching Luke what happened. But even though we know what happened, but Luke wouldn't have. You know what I'm saying?
And do we need to see him find out though? You know, from a narrative standpoint,
that's where the double-edged sword is. So I get where that could be an issue. Like perfect example. I want to use an example that I know heard in the EU. In the EU, R2 saw what Anakin did to Padme when he thought he killed her, and Luke and R2 would not release that footage because he didn't want Luke to see that. Like he knew that was something that he needed to see, and Luke was like, "If you don't, I'm going to over-program you, whatever." So that to me, it's like Luke was trying to find out about stuff from his father, but he was doing it in different ways rather than the world between worlds. Is what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I'm torn on the fact of him trying to learn stuff that we already know versus the world between worlds. That's why they lose me is the world between worlds thing, because he should be a Force ghost, if anything. That's how Anakin should be appearing to him right now. He should be. That's it.
Because make no mistake, if we're watching this in a movie, we're basically just watching a bunch of boring ass talk. All right, that's what that was. Yeah. It looked good. You know, I'm not going to take away from somebody, you know, their hard work and everything. It's like it looked great, you know, look good and everything like that. But you know, from a story-wise point of view, you're telling me stuff that I don't need to know as a viewer. You know what I mean? It's like Star Wars. I've always said it's supposed to be swashbuckling, adventure, excitement, romance, whatever. You know, it's all it moves along. What you're doing now is you're explaining stuff that I already know. I don't need to see it. You know, Luke could have found out this stuff off screen. It would be just fine with me. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need to be stuck on the same faces. We are cheating future generations if we go down this road. You know what I mean? They have a right to reimagine, to reinterpret. We've been doing that forever. You know, for example, Shakespeare has been on, you know, on stage forever. You know, that story has been told. How many, you know, Othellos, you know, how many Macbeths, you know, it's like, I don't like that we're going to put ourselves in a position where we're just stuck, you know, with these same faces, if that's where we want to go with this. You know what I mean? Like, I love the characters too. You know, I love, obviously, you know, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher. I love all of them too. But I'm just saying, man, we're part of a living, breathing human history. I don't like an algorithm dictating our entertainment this way. You know what I mean?
Mark,
I understand.
All right, I want to do a compromise.
It's zombie Hollywood. It's zombie Hollywood. It's dead, but it's just going to keep going.
I got a compromise for you. Just one compromise for you. So let's say we take these characters, right? What we're seeing, get different characters, but older versions of these characters, right? To kind of put them where they should be 30 years from the time of the, you know, Return of the Jedi, right? And we start telling that story from there. How do you feel about that?
And you're still
rather
using
than AI. So for instance, my thing, my point would be is like, so for instance, to pass the torch properly, let's just take, because it doesn't exist anyway, let's take the Disney trilogy and throw that away. We're going to get 6 new actors to play Luke, Leia, Han, Lando, Mara Jade, or whatever. You know, so we get all these people, right? They are the same characters, but they are older versions of them, so they don't necessarily have to look like how they look, and then start telling the story from there. How would you feel about that?
I'm still not cool with it. It's like, I feel like part of movie magic is the joy that comes from you cast somebody, a younger version of that character. And how many times have you seen, or let's say Goodfellas, right? Goodfellas. Somebody younger played Henry Hill and Joe Pesci's character in the beginning of the movie, right? And part of the excitement and the fun is, wow, they found an actor that looked just like him. That dude sounds just like Joe Pesci, but he's younger. You know what I mean? That is part of movie magic. And we're going to cheat future generations out of that. Now, listen, I see what you're saying. Don't stop telling me to stop fighting it. What this is, it's a conversation about not whether we can do it. It's about whether we should do it. Okay. I can't stop shit. All I can do is either I'm going to patronize it or I'm not. That's the, you know, all of us are faced with that. So I'm not trying to stop anything. This is about a conversation at this crossroads where we are about whether we should do it. Obviously we can. All right. But just like he said in, what was it? Jurassic Park. You ever stop to think about whether you should do it? Because where we are right now, dude, we can do a lot of things right now. We could do cloning, like literal cloning of each other. We can do designer babies. Do you know that? We can do designer babies. And I've always said in my videos, once we're able to do designer babies, you won't have no more. I don't want to go there, but I'm just saying, people, there's going to be one aesthetic. There's going to be one standard of beauty. You know, now you have the ability to do it. Should you do it? Or should you let nature be what it is? Now, you know, you're going to have less birth defects, you know, because, you know, there's positives to be had, just like with any technology. All right. But you got to think about the future, where we're going with this. That's all I'm saying. There are ethical questions, and I think it's cool to be asking them without being accused of trying to stop progress. No, there's a time when you should ask. Just the way you look both ways before you cross the street. Yes, you can run out in the street. Your ass can get flattened. You might want to look both ways before you make a move. That's all I'm saying.
Watch this, Mark. Black Swan said, Mark old school. Hold on, D. Mark is old school. Some people still want to ride horseback. Others still use typewriter. You can't stop technological advancements.
And did I just say? I just said that's not what this conversation is about. So please,
he said, "Don't fight it, Mark. Join us."
Which reminds me, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They used to say that too. You
Mark,
know what I mean?
Mark,
listen now. Just fall asleep. Just fall asleep. Join us. It'll be much better. Just fall asleep. I don't do well with that kind of thing, bro. I'm always asking questions.
D, did I sell you on this one right here? When you saw Jason and Jaina, did I sell you on this? I saw your eyes light up. I saw your eyes light up.
Now,
when I played that, bro.
Listen. Okay, so Mark, this is what I want to say. I want to piggyback on what you said. You said get somebody who look like them but younger,
and then we gotta let Lorena speak.
They would be. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing you're saying. I'm just saying, take that same concept, have a older version, but not old, but an older version of a newer character. So they would be new people playing these people, but continuing the story so you can pass the torch properly. It's very similar to what we're looking at right now, where you have a older. Let's just say that's an older version of younger version of who's playing Luke Skywalker, passing the torch to Jason. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like if you did something like that, rather than just use an AI thing. I know this is an AI thing, but I'm just saying, like, if you had somebody who was who, like how they said Winter Soldier. Why do I blank on his name? I'm trying to blank everybody's name today. The gentleman who plays Winter Soldier. How they said he could have played. Yeah, Sebastian Stan. How he could have played Luke had they went that route, because he kind of has the features of him going forward. So it'd be an older version, but a new actor playing Luke Skywalker going forward. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. No, I get you.
Pass the torch properly.
Oh, yeah. Look, Phantom Beat 7967. You got it. Mwah! That's what I'm talking about right there. You know, and it's part of movie magic, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's like we won't have that if we continue down this road too far. That's all I'm saying. And listen, man, you know, to be fair, a few months ago, Star Trek, there was a fan-made Star Trek that William Shatner took part in. And it was awesome. And it used AI. You know, we had a convincing looking young Captain Kirk. You know what I mean? And he was talking, you know, William Shatner, I think, lent his voice to it. Man, it was beautiful, you know. But I'm just saying, bro, it's like obviously there are risks to everything, or, you know, especially when you're talking about artistic expression. And I'm just seeing how this is encompassing everything. Right now, the number one, and I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow, time willing, you know, right now, the number one country song in America is by an AI artist. And this is country music. You know, country music, we don't all have to be fans of country music, but it's known for its heart, its feeling, you know. And I was listening to this song earlier, and the AI is talking about how, you know, I came up during rough times and I'm never going to give up and I know how to fight and all of this stuff. And it's not real. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's just disturbing, bro. And this is just the beginning. Like I said, it's not a matter of where we're at. It's a matter of where we're going. Where are we going with this? You know what I'm saying? Is there going to be an AI Dark Council stream one day? You know, we already heard about, what's his name, Critical Drinker, talking about, you know, somebody took his likeness, took his voice or whatever. I mean, come on. Like, how would you feel if you signed on and you saw somebody on another channel talking about, this is, you know, I don't know, fatal Bill. This is Fatal Bill. Back like I left something. You know what I mean? And it sounds just like you, Fatal. It is not a real person.
I'll be pissed off. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be pissed off.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50. It depends how. It depends on why. Mark, I definitely understand you. D, I definitely understand you. Black Swan, when he said technological advancements, I understand everybody. I want to hear from the Queen, Lorena, the
Oh, by
person
the
that
way, I just wanted to say for the sake of just it's Breaking Rust. Breaking Rust is the name of the AI country song that is #1 currently. Breaking Rust, and the song is called Walk This Walk. Okay, so that's what it is, just in the
will
interest
we
of
get a copyright strike for listening to it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how that shit works, bro. But people, you guys can go look it up.
Lorena laughing hard. Lorena, okay,
why he look like a version of Michael Fassbender? He like Michael
All
Fassbender.
right, check this out though. Lorena, you are you the tech genius out of everybody on the stream. How do you honestly feel about stuff like this you seeing on the screen, AI in the future? Be honest with us. How do you feel about this?
Don't
hold back.
No. Oh, you know me. I'm not gonna.
I was about to say, you
I'm
told
not
me
gonna
to.
hold back. Yeah, shoot. If I hold back, you need to check me for batteries. The bottom line is this: AI is basically a series of programmed rules. You cannot create true art that comes from the creativity of the human mind with AI. They will never be the same at all. AI has to follow computer code as it learns what's going on to get better at predicting what it is that it wants to render. I have broken several AI models, asking them all kinds of stuff on purpose to see if they can figure out what it is that I'm talking about in human language, and it will just get all screwed up and like yeet itself. But that's what it is. AI is fun to use, but it's not art. I mean, case in point, I recently saw the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein on Netflix, and it is no.
Okay.
It is dope. It is
Okay.
dope.
Raina? I
Even
just watched it. I just watched it today, and yes, it is dope. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I got so sucked in, even from the beginning, and it's just a mild spoiler because you've probably seen it in all the clips and everything in the trailer. But that whole ship that you saw, they tried to get Guillermo del Toro to use CGI for that.
Oh, really?
And he said no, because that ship was just as much a part of the story, and he wanted people to actually feel how that ship got there, all of the crew that were working, on that ship, everything that happened, around that. So, is AI going to be here with us to stay? Yes. However, the smart people, especially those in the creative space, the smart ones will figure out when to use it as a tool and when to lean on their own creativity to come up with something. And that's the difference, because people can tell AI does not have a soul. It really does not. When you watch something that's AI, there is something in your brain that tells you something ain't right. You can't put your finger on it, but something's not right. If you look at just like the eyes of the AI generated actors, they're not, it's a computer trying to figure the timing out on that.
Yeah.
Not a human director giving direction and the actors actually responding, to that.
I agree. This is what we're gonna do. I got something dope. This is not a reaction until Dark Council react to it. So y'all just hold y'all thoughts. We're gonna do a quick commercial break. and then we're gonna do a trailer reaction. And I need to know the panel's thoughts on this, because this could be a complete banger, or it could be a complete disrespect.
Before there was hope in the galaxy, there was Andor. As a ruthless empire tightens its grip, one man, chosen by happenstance, will rise up to become a leader of a revolution. He is a new kind of hero for a new age. His name is Andor.
You don't think I'm gonna eat your ass, huh? You don't think I'm gonna eat your ass, huh, baby? Well, baby, I'm trying to tell you now. Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat your ass tonight. Trust me. When I say I'm gonna eat your ass, I'm gonna dig in your ass. And guess what? I'm gonna get full by eating your ass and your toes. Yeah, I just need a soda water to let it go down. Straight up. I'm trying to tell you, Nicki Minaj. When I say you number one, you're number one. Now, what part you missing? Well, I ain't missing nothing. Straight up. I'ma dig in you tonight. Straight up.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to say nothing. When it's done playing, Mark, I need to know your thoughts.
I know you've been waiting a long time for this. The tracks are made. The songs are ready. Let's take it from the top. This is your story. Honor your past.
So you wanna be starting soon?
And embrace the future. That's what people want.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay, but remember, in here, keep those feet still, my man.
Mark, thoughts?
$1 billion right there. Right there, bro.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
No doubt about it, bro. I will be there at the IMAX. One of about 3 times. Yes. This is it, man.
This is it.
Yes. I watched this and I got amped and I had to share it with just about everybody I know. And this is it, man. And I love it. I love that they got his nephew, because I've heard that cat sing before. And I'm not going to say that he sings as good as Mike, but he's got a very, very similar tone to his voice.
Well, Mark, don't nobody sing as good as Mike. Let's just keep it real.
I'm just saying.
It's only
what's funny to me?
It's only a select few. Speak, D.
You know what's funny to me is every now and then you get some idiots, and it's definitely rage bait, try to compare anybody to Michael Jackson. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Bro, you have to understand, Michael had people passing out by just doing this. Hold on. Michael had people just passing out, standing like this. Okay?
Yeah, you're right,
people
bro.
Passing out.
Bro,
people passing
I
out.
remember,
you don't get people passing out just standing like this. Okay? Michael had people passing out. Okay?
I never forget me, my mom, and my auntie was watching a Michael Jackson concert on VHS. Bro, he touched one of them French girls and they passed out, dog.
Yeah, listen, man. We need all of the viewers that we can get here. But if you're the type of person who says Chris Brown is this generation's Michael Jackson, Taylor Swift is this generation's Michael Jackson, Beyonce, get the hell out of here. All right. Like I said, we need all the viewers we can get. But if that's how you feel about it, you're not welcome here. Leave. The views of the gospel are not necessarily.
Rose, that is not a hot take.
It is not a hot take at all, Rose.
Okay,
listen, like I said, when you got people passing out, just for you standing still, that's like I like to say for my One Piece fans out there, that's conqueror's hockey right there. Okay, that's what you call that. Yeah. For my One Piece fam out there.
This movie is not just going to make $1 billion in the US. But do y'all remember exactly how big and how popular Michael Jackson was in Japan?
Oh my God. Yes.
This movie is going to make an insane amount of money.
A
globally.
lot of people, the trailer, a lot of people were saying this don't look like Thriller. That looked like Thriller.
That looked like Thriller.
That looked exactly like Thriller.
The hate is going to be what it is, but there's no stopping this, bro.
No.
In the trailer, you start getting the feels, bro. It's like the way they mashed up the music just now. It's like you're hearing the Mama Say Mama Sama Makusa, then you hear the doom 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 doom. Then you hear the beat, the dum 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 dum. It's like it's all there, bro. It's like all the magic, all the hits, all the moments. We're ready for this, Mike.
Hey, I Fatal J do not condone gang violence at all. I don't condone gangs. But did y'all know Michael Jackson was a Crip?
What?
No, I'm not joking. When he that video, the way you make me feel, those was real Crip members. They inducted Michael Jackson into the Crip gang. That's him throwing up Crip.
Hey, Crips love him too. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tupac, Michael Jackson was a gang member before Tupac was.
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, I'm like y'all. It's something special about this one. We don't seen a lot of Michael Jackson movies in the past. That Jackson 5, that was a banker. I think that was the last real one.
That was a good one, yeah. Wasn't that did they have that on HBC? What did they play on? It was on ABC first, right? I remember there's one they had where it was like a whole.
It was.
Yeah.
Remember, they cut it up every week. It was like episodes every week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that was a good one. But this here, this one feels special. This one is going to be big. It's going to be big. Mark, I want to ask you a question though, because you always insist that you're a Prince fan. I am too. You think they're going to ever do a Prince movie?
Prince. Listen, man, that's going to be a tough one. But Prince did Purple Rain, which was semi-autobiographical. You know, so he's always got that. I don't know. By the way, you know, there was a freaking awesome Prince concert film this past summer. You know, it was Sign of the Times. It was on the IMAX for a short amount of time. And I went to go see it, and what an experience, man. What an experience. But he was such a private, creative soul. You know, that I would be a little bit afraid of, you know, because with Mike, he's got his family behind this, you know what I mean? And his family love him, and they're protective of him. You know, with Prince, you'd have to be really careful about what you get with something like that, because he doesn't have that.
And Mark, you're right, because he was anti-industry too. He might not have want to film about himself.
Yeah, he's a perfect example of letting his art speak for himself, because he poured everything of who he was. And I'm a Prince super fan, so I don't need it. I don't need it. It's like Prince did songs for just about every phase of my life, and I love him for that. You know what I mean? Like, if I was heartbroken, I could put on some Prince. If I was in love, I could put on some Prince. If I was pissed off, I could put on some Prince. You know, so it's like he almost shared our lives with him, you know? So it was much more of a personal connection. Mike was here to entertain us. You know, Prince, he literally said at the beginning of Let's Go Crazy, we're gathered here together to get through this thing called life, you know? Yeah. And I think that's what he served. I mean, he was entertaining as hell too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying he was more of an artist. You know, Michael Jackson was a hardcore entertainer. You know,
he was, man. He was, man. And you got to think too, Mark. We forgot about this. Michael Jackson did a movie about himself. Well, it wasn't about himself, but it Thriller. No, not Thriller. What's it?
History, right?
Moonwalker.
History.
Moonwalker.
Moonwalker.
He was one of them.
Moonwalker.
He did a couple of them. He did a couple of them.
But remember when he turned into the rabbit? He turned into the rabbit.
I remember him turning into a.
Dang it! I'm trying to remember.
Look, y'all remember Annie? Are you okay? That came from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That came from that movie. Annie, are you okay?
You mean Smooth Criminal?
He did Captain EO and all that.
Man, hold on, man. We don't have.
He did Captain EO. He did. There was something else.
Look,
man, there was this, like, I want to say behind the scenes thing.
Super Spy, Captain EO, right?
Footage of
Look here, y'all. This is the internet. We ain't got a guess for nothing. It's called Moonwalker. Check this out.
Yes,
he comes from a place beyond the stars to take them to a world beyond their dreams.
Woo!
From his soul.
See that part right here?
Okay, now it's coming back to me.
When he turned into the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
You would remember that. That would stick out for you.
I'm telling you, when I was a kid, Michael Jackson turned into a rabbit and hopped on a motorcycle. This dude is amazing. That blew my mind as a kid, man.
Beyond their dreams. From his soul comes the music.
Like you said, Mark, that man was an entertainer.
From his heart comes the beat. Now, from the imagination of Michael Jackson comes a movie like no other.
Look, he turned into a rabbit too, dog. I told you. Look.
Movie like
that blew my mind as a kid.
Oh, that's nightmare fuel.
I said,
this wasn't an autobiography, though. That's what we're talking about.
He turned into a mech. He turned into a mech. Then he turned into a robot, bro. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
No other.
Oh. And then he turned into a spaceship and was shooting soldiers.
Okay, Annie, you okay? So, Annie, you're okay. Are you okay, Annie? Like, he tried to do the lean. He tried to do the lean over back in the day and fell and busted there.
I did. Yep, he turned into a
man.
plane too. Michael Jackson was turning into rabbits, planes, robots. This man amazing.
Yeah, man.
Okay, now this,
Yo,
I'm gonna test y'all Michael Jackson fanship. Who was the villain in this? What actor?
Joe Pesci? Right, he's
Joe
right there.
Pesci.
He
Joe
just showed
Pesci.
like 5 times.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. Nothing could prepare you for his movie. Moonwalker. It's written in the stars.
These young kids don't know what they got these days. These young kids,
Yo,
man, you ain't living life.
This dude went so hard. When he did Thriller, he actually had the master of horror do a rap on his song. You realize Vincent Price came through and dropped bars.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That was huge, man. But you got to remember also, I was just telling, my son actually just last night, because I won't even tell you the context, but I was just saying Michael Jackson got doors slammed in his face from MTV. Remember, they weren't playing black artists back then.
Yeah.
They wouldn't play. And he said first he approached them with Off the Wall, and they weren't having it. They weren't going to play him nothing. And he used that as an inspiration to go back and do something they could not ignore. And that was Thriller. And I remember him saying, let him try to ignore this. You know what I mean? And I thought that was so inspirational. For everybody who, feels discouraged and things like that, maybe, the world is against you or whatever. Sometimes you can't wait for the open door. Sometimes you got to kick that shit down, bro.
Yes, you do.
And that's what I got from what he was saying. That's what Thriller represents to me, because he changed the game with that album.
It's been a debate going on. To me, it ain't a debate. You can only compare Michael Jackson albums to Michael Jackson albums. Mark, Thriller or Off the Wall?
Wow. Both classics. But listen, man, Thriller just, I'm in awe of Thriller. It's like artistically, you can't take anything from Off the Wall, but Thriller is iconic. It's something different. You know what I mean? So I'm giving it to Thriller.
D.
I mean,
Off the Wall or Thriller?
It's Thriller. Listen, as a kid, like how you said, iconic. I remember in my mom's old apartment, she had the Thriller poster up with him with the white suit leaning down, right? Laying down. I'm like, that to me is like
Play-Doh. That's understandable.
You know what I'm saying?
That's understandable.
Michael.
Michael without James Brown.
Michael loved James Brown, though. Michael loved
That's
James
why
Brown.
I said, Mark. That's why I said that's understandable. I get it.
Hey, listen, man, James Brown gave birth to everybody, so yeah, ain't
rappers too. Rap
yep,
albums
exactly.
too.
Exactly.
Yep. D, speak on it.
I could do rapping.
I could do
scrapping.
Why D talking? I want y'all to pay
that backstabbing. Oh no.
While D talking, I want y'all to pay attention to this man on the screen. How much of a showmanship he is. He fits to strap himself up to a jetpack and fly out the stadium. D, speak on it.
Now, I was just saying, Thriller was that. Listen, like I love all of Michael's music, but Thriller is a standout to me. Thriller is a standout. So,
Lorena, Off the Wall or Thriller?
Oh, Thriller.
Okay.
Thriller. I'm gonna tell you why. Because with Thriller, I mean, I loved Off the Wall. Off the Wall was cool. Loved Off the Wall. That's classic. Michael Jackson. But Thriller, he put that up to a different level. Nobody saw that coming. And that album, Thriller, is what made Michael Jackson into the international pop star he was known for.
And I agree with that, but I'm the oddball out the group. To me, Off the Wall is the better album, but I have to be a fool to deny, because Slice said it best. Off the Wall was for the black people.
True.
But Thriller was for the world. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. Off the Wall was a genre. It belonged to the genre. Thriller conquered the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, I can't be mad at somebody for saying Off the Wall because that's your musical taste or whatever. But it was Thriller that made him the king of pop. It was Thriller that made people have to acknowledge him. Like I said before, that kicked down the door. Just like when you look at Run DMC had to do it the way they did it in order to kick down those doors for hip hop. But Thriller had to be first. It was Thriller. What Prince did as well. It was a moment in time where the respect was taken because we weren't being given that respect. It had to be Thriller. It had to be Purple Rain. So that's just the way it was, man.
I'm listening to you, Mark, and then I'm watching this. How much cojones you got to have to do that? What he doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
That's a freaking jetpack, man. I mean, it's like you said, Mark. Can't nobody top his showmanship.
Yeah.
You
got people trying to do this now. You got Beyonce coming out and Katy Perry and Lady Gaga and Pink, and they're all trying to do things like this today, what he was doing decades ago.
Y'all want to know something funny? Okay, I got this on VHS. I watched this with my mom, and when he flew out the stadium, I cried because I wanted him to keep. I wanted it more. I wanted more.
Yo, is there a problem? Or did we get booted off? I see.
We got comments. Dang, they got us. It'll be back. It'll come back.
I still see it on.
I will play it too much Michael Jackson.
From our point of view.
Oh no,
yeah,
it's
but
off.
you look at the people.
It is off.
It'll be back.
Yeah.
I was going too hard. It'll be back up. It'll be back.
But let me tell you something, man. Michael Jackson gave me so many things.
I was just about to say that.
The hottest thing I ever saw in a Michael Jackson video was Naomi Campbell in that Keeping in the Closet video. For some reason, I am under that woman's spell in that video, bro. I can't watch that video without being like breathless.
You talk about that video.
Nothing about you, baby.
That makes me want to give it to you.
Love that one. And even funnier, the parody version that they did on In Living Color. Remember that one? With Joe Jackson.
Oh my God. Wow. I ain't thought about that in forever. In Living Color, but it was no good. It was no good. We were reminiscing about that this weekend. I was talking about Macy Gray because I think my mom was talking about, I love that Macy Gray song. What was it? I try to say goodbye, but I choke. I'm like, listen.
I walk away, but I stumble.
Marlon Wayans destroyed that song, and he destroyed that one.
Hey! Oh my gosh.
Are we back yet, Fiddle?
No, I'm looking.
We still off? Dang, this is the longest we ever been off. And you know, pop back on right now. They might have got us, man. It's still saying everybody watching though.
Yeah,
I'm still alive. You, baby.
Still alive.
Let me see. I said it.
To give it to you.
Stream unavailable.
Antoine. How do you say his name? Antoine
Fuqua. Antoine Fuqua. Yeah.
Antoine Fuqua is a good director. That's Training Day.
Yep. Training Day.
Ain't no joke, bro.
Terminal List. He is the action director.
Phil,
He's doing
I was just
that
about to say to
movie
you.
with Denzel, right? Hannibal.
Yeah.
He's doing that.
He good. He good.
He came out with a good it was like the Magnificent Seven. That was a good movie. That was an underrated movie. That was slept on.
We back.
It had
we
Denzel.
Back. We back now.
Oh yeah, I knew we were coming back. But did y'all see the Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt in there?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did not see it.
That was a good movie. That was a
It
good
was.
movie.
It
I
was.
enjoyed it.
For a remake, yeah, sure. It was.
Yeah, for a remake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, not such a good movie. And thank y'all for sticking with us, sticking around. Pause. Sydney Sweeney, America's Girl.
My girl.
Christy, starring Sydney Sweeney, had one of the worst openings. Had one of the worst opening. Had one of the worst opening weekends of all time for a movie released in 2,000 plus theaters.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
This is what I'm wondering. The other side. This is they girl. They didn't support?
I think it was bad marketing. Because I didn't even know this movie was out yet. Seriously. I didn't even know.
It's a lot
When
of
I did,
controversy.
and then
Really?
When I did see anything about it, I'm thinking it was like a Netflix movie or something. I didn't know it was like a in theater movie, honestly.
D, is you gonna go to the theaters and watch it? Tell the truth now. Tell the truth.
Not really. I mean, I could. It's not like I again, it's like I didn't know who the person was. It's the same thing. Same thing with the Zac Efron movie where he played the wrestler guy. I didn't know who that was, so it really didn't appeal to me. It's nothing against her or the person she played. I just didn't know. I didn't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really my cup of tea. But if they get her to play Black Cat, please believe I'll be watching that. Okay.
I just know I got so many ads for this darn movie online. I don't know how or why or whatever, but I saw the trailer in the theater. No one was really interested. I wasn't really interested because it's like we already have female boxers. And we've had them for quite some time. Now, if this had dropped, like, say, maybe 15 years ago, maybe it would have got some traction, but there was nothing really interesting about it. Looked okay. Like y'all were saying, it looked like a documentary, but you know the reason why they dropped that movie, right?
Well, this is what I don't understand, okay? This is a new movie. The trailer just dropped today of Sydney Sweeney. And I don't understand why they trying to make her look bad in all these movies. This right here, check this out right here.
Hi, Mrs. Winchester.
I've seen this. I saw this trailer in the theater.
Why they always got her looking bad, though, in the movies?
Oh, probably the female star hater. But here's the thing. I don't know with this movie if she looks like this to start out with and she winds up changing later on.
Yeah.
Because this movie, believe it or not, reminds me of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. That's the vibe that I got from this.
Okay.
So I don't know if she'll stay ugly throughout the entire movie or if she'll wind up changing later on, which is what I think is she looks better here. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe she spruce up later on, like you said.
Yeah, because she purposely looks nerdy trying to get the job.
What movie is that from?
It's a new one that's coming out. I forget the name of it. I just know it looks like a ripoff of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, honestly.
Now,
yeah.
Ruby Rose. You don't know who Ruby Rose is?
Yeah,
that was the girl that was,
it'd be a great suit once it fits a woman. Yeah, we know who that is.
Yeah.
Well, Ruby Rose is mad because Ruby Rose, she slammed Sydney Sweeney and her team for ruining the Christy Martin biopic. Now, this is Ruby Rose talking. She said for her PR to talk about it flopping and saying Sydney Sweeney did it for the people, none of the people want to see someone who hates them parading around pretending to be us. You're a cretin and you ruined the film, period. Christy deserves better. Now, this is the thing. When she said pretending to be us, in Lorena's terms, she talking about Skittle Nation. And I think Ruby Rose is mad because she was originally supposed to have that role, but they gave it to Sydney Sweeney instead.
Oh, you
Okay. Wise
know
choice.
she pissed. You know they pissed. They do not. The Skittles Nation does not like that. I mean, it's supposed to be called acting, right? But they don't like that. Now it's just like if you're gonna play somebody who's gay, you know, you need to be gay. Frankly, I think Ruby Rose is pissed that she didn't get this part in the first place.
I agree.
Yeah, because that's
Ruby is
not like
the best
what happened
actress.
to professional courtesy. You know, you don't come out against another actor like that. That's just bad form.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
We got some Star Wars news. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let you guys.
Right.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let y'all guys speak on it when it's done. Let's check this out right here. Chat, thank y'all for sticking around. Make sure to smash that like button.
Developing a script for.
Oh, excuse me. That's Ryan Johnson talking.
We are back, right? Because I don't see any new comments.
Yeah, we back. We back. Hold on, let me refresh it.
We back.
All right, y'all. Sound off.
They chilling, they relaxing, watching the show. They relaxing, you know, they there. You know, let's continue.
For Adam Driver to be like, I forget what it's called.
Jason said he here.
Solo.
Okay, I depend on y'all. I miss y'all when you're not here.
Soderbergh and Scott Burns might be.
Take my money. Come on, Disney.
Hold on, let me bring that back because I don't think y'all heard it.
Developing a script for Adam Driver to be like, I forget what it's called, The Hunt for Ben Solo.
Adam Driver, The Hunt for Ben Solo.
Developing a script for Adam Driver to be like, I forget what it's called, The Hunt for Ben Solo. I definitely have to ask you, like, what was your thoughts when you heard Soderbergh and Scott Burns might be.
Take my money. Come on, Disney, take it.
I mean, it's one of those that you're like, are you even kidding? Like Soderbergh, Star Wars.
I only know what I read online. I didn't know anything about it like this, so I don't know what happened behind. Who knows with how things are developed? But man, I just look. I'll watch Driver in anything, man. But I'd love to see him play that character again. Yeah.
Developing a
now,
script.
Mark, I'm starting to notice something. You starting to notice it too. This Hunt for Ben Solo, Adam Driver. People don't know who Ben Solo is. I know you don't know. We don't care. That's Kylo
knockoff
Ren.
Jason. It's a knockoff Jason. That's what he is.
Are they trying to do a restore, release the Snyder Cut type thing with this movie? What you think? What you think?
I think
Mark?
we're trying to. Yeah, they hope that they could do that, but it's not. No one's going for it.
No,
no one is asking for it. I don't know if they're trying to use the power of suggestion here because I don't see nothing in these streets to say that somebody was asking for Ben Solo or Kylo Ren to come back on the ground level. Organically, it ain't happening.
So, it says right here. It says right here. It says that Star Wars is quietly setting up the Ben Solo spinoff fans thought they would never get.
They never thought about it.
Who is these fans? Who is these fans? Where they come from?
Literally died and disappeared, bro. There's no hunt. What hunt are you using? You know what I mean? It's like a fleshlight or something. You're just shining a light on.
Oh my god!
What
Fatal J, I saw the push-ups and it was glorious. But the angle was bad. The margin I approve, but it's not by him, it's by me. It's about us what we gonna be. Open my eyes. Yeah, it was only just a dream, bro. What else do y'all want from me? I'm like
listen, I'm good.
What do you want from me?
Sandro, it was AI. It was AI.
I'm
That's what it was.
He did it. We square.
I did 50
You were
on
not
the
in the
screen.
room, bro. You were not in the room.
Bro, I gave y'all 50 on the screen. What else do y'all want? What else do y'all want?
From me?
What do you want from me?
Hey, I'm like Marvel MCU. I'm like Kevin Feige. Y'all want too much. Y'all asking for too much. Stop. Dang, man. D had me covering up blood that night. Pause.
But Fader was a man of his word. It took him like 50 years to do it, but he did his 50 push-ups. All right, we square. We square. Yeah. All I know is that Fader, next time you better bet on the right horse. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, I'm not betting on nothing because my arms were sore for about 2 or 3 days. I'm not betting on nothing.
But this right here, Kylo Ren killed Han Solo. He killed Han Solo. A character that we have been loving for decades. He killed him. Him. Why would anybody want to see any type of redemption for this character? He was responsible for the death of Luke Skywalker, inadvertently also Leia. You know what I mean? Plus, he's part of the face of the fucking sequel trilogy that everybody hates, except for the Reylos. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants this. Nobody is going to patronize this. They're kidding themselves. You know, this is not a good character to be trying to resurrect.
No.
And where does he go from here? Even if they resurrected him, this dude is guilty of all types of war crimes. You know, just practically speaking, what does he get to just ride off into the sunset and be happy?
Oh no, Mark, you're forgetting. He's supposed to make babies with Ray Palpatine, and continue the Palpatine lineage. That's what he's supposed to be doing. That's what's supposed to happen. Yeah.
Not to mention, didn't they say that this was the end of the Skywalker saga with the end of the Rise of Skywalker? Did they not say that? They sold the box set, the complete Skywalker saga. Where does the hunt for Ben Solo come in here? It's supposed to be over.
I mean, Mark, you just hit the nail on the head anyway. Like, what are they going to do a Rey movie? Because she's, pirated the name Skywalker. So I thought the end of the Skywalker saga was at the end of that. So why would we even want a Rey movie? So whatever.
I'm letting Sandro funny, man. He talking about that big swole dude that got viral that time. Hey, but they just need to stop. Mandalorian, Grogu, who cares? Ahsoka, who cares? Who cares?
They made a complete mess out of this.
Yeah, they took one of the most popular franchises in the world and just made it not even TV worthy now. It's not even TV worthy, honestly.
Read the novels. I'm talking about the old ones, and read those Dark Horse Star Wars comics. You're gonna be in heaven. I promise you. Yeah. Last topic of the night. We're gonna do a trailer reaction. I want to hear Lorena thoughts on this. Because she knows the number.
No music, bro.
Make sure what?
Make sure you pause the movie or whatever you're gonna show and no music.
You think I'm gonna get in trouble for showing this though?
I don't know, man. You just got in trouble for Michael. Come on.
Well, that was Mike. I can understand. They greedy slumlords when it comes over Michael stuff. That they greedy. That's different. This is for everybody. I'm gonna take a chance. Let's check this out. Okay, Lorraine, I want to know your thoughts after this.
Okay.
Hey, big guy! You wanted to see us?
Don't move, I'll be right up. Sipping the soup. cleaning the paint. Boodle-doo, boodle-doo, and also trim the bonsai bush. Here we go. Hey, Luigi. What's up, Mario? Behold, I made a masterpiece for Princess Peach. What do you think?
Love the colors.
It's trash.
Dang, they got me again. They got us again.
I told you.
You gotta listen to the Marginite. Marginite tried to tell you, bro.
They not playing tonight.
Gotta pause it. That's Nintendo.
You gotta keep in
Oh,
mind
yeah.
that man is
Nintendo-
passed out right now. He's still
Nintendo
awake and
sued-
warning you. You listen.
I better stop.
The Nintendo sued somebody with Super Mario. What was it? Super Mario Supermarket in Brazil. They tried to sue a guy with it's his name. It's his name. They tried to sue him.
Bro,
No,
you know they ain't
Nintendo.
gonna let Negroes get away with nothing, bro.
I forgot Nintendo don't play. I forgot about that.
They don't play unless it's a state of play event. Then they'll claim you, but you don't get like dinged for it or nothing. Your stream doesn't get taken down. They'll let you do that,
Okay.
but not this.
You gotta
I'ma wait
it's not on. It's not on yet.
I'm gonna wait.
So you gotta wait.
Nah, I'm gonna wait till it come back because I want to blow my boy up right here. D, you remember this dude? This dude, man, he was sending super chats left and right last time me and D was streaming.
I'm getting thrown off with all the names because I hate this acting they're doing. I don't know why they do that. I don't like that at all.
What you mean?
Oh, it's Fannie Willis Booty. One from my channel.
They put the act.
Oh, okay.
They put
he
the act.
was going hard. He was going hard. With
Dude, make sure you screen grab this and put it in a frame. I thought people forgot about the super chat. I ain't been seeing it for the longest time. I'm just saying. Hey, thank you.
Yeah. Last time it was just me and D. Fanny was going in with them super chats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
She blow you up.
Yeah. Hey, is we back?
Oh, that's a lady.
Is we back?
Yes,
no,
yes,
no,
it is.
we're not back yet.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
a lot of
it's
channels.
it's a
I
lady.
just say, you know what it's about. You know why. You know why.
A lot of channels reacted to the trailer. Why Fatal's
I
get
don't
taken
see it.
down? It's either
You know why.
Michael or the Marginite cousin. I'm leaning towards the cousin because he up to something. He talking about the dude I be putting up, be screaming on the not no real
I don't
cousin.
see
D.
it. It's not on. It's on for you.
It's not back.
No, I'm saying already said we back up. I don't see it.
We'll be back.
Refreshing.
Oh, I didn't.
No, it's not back yet. Now it is. Okay, it's back now. Okay, we back.
It's back. All
I
right,
was
since
just
we
saying,
back,
back now.
Hello. Yeah.
since we back, I gotta blow up Miss Fanny in the best way possible. Thank you so much.
Fanny
We
Willis
really appreciate you. Hello, we're Negroes. I forgot you two.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. I forgot who I was. You know.
We sorry,
We're
boss.
Negroes.
We sorry.
Fanny, thank you so much. Nope, I'm not rocking with that ish. But on a serious note, glad you did a show tonight. Hey man, it's always a great time with the council. You know, smash that like button. We appreciate you. We about to head on now.
Hey, real
Okay.
quick. Just that clip you just showed. You realize that Goku beat a fusion with that? Because them girls was fused. And he beat them with a Kamehameha. Remember how bad Goku and Vegeta was when they fought Majin Buu? He couldn't touch him as a fusion. He beat them with a fusion with a Kamehameha. Think about that. That's crazy.
D,
crazy.
let me ask you a question though. Do you think Dragon Ball is losing its luster because Goku is just too dang powerful?
I think that they overplayed their hand. I think they should have actually, if they wanted to get rid of GT, they should have continued with what GT should have been, give him Super Saiyan 4, right? progress, give Super Saiyan 5 and stop at 5. And then the last form he should have had was God, and then stop the series. That's what should have been. But they messed up. They messed up. They jumped. They went to God. Who are you gonna fight? Who are you gonna fight now? This dude is God level now. Who's Goku fighting right now? Nobody.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
before you get out of here, I got a surprise for y'all.
Okay.
I got a surprise for you. I was waiting for the end of the show. And by the way, I do want to see Super Mario. But I will say this: nothing compares to that Peaches song. Okay, Peaches, 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 Peaches. I love that song. It's funny. But anyway, I got a surprise for you. So,
all right, let me blow you up.
I was at my mom's house. I was at my mom's house this weekend, right? And I tried my best. I tried my best to get Little Demogeny with Jerry curls. I went through like hours.
Oh, snap.
The closest I could get to was right before I got them. So I want to show you right before I got it, so you can see I had the hair for it. There you go.
Bro, you
I had the hair for it.
I wanted the Jerry curl though, dog.
I couldn't find it, bro. I couldn't find it. This is right before I got it, though. This is before I got it.
Damn,
So,
boy.
yeah,
I'm
there
glad
you
you
go.
grew into that forehead. Handsome little man.
Hey, you know that's an old picture when it got that tint to it. That's an old picture, bro. That's an old.
It's old. It's old. We talking probably like what's that? 80, maybe 1980, but maybe 79. Matter of fact, that's 79 because my sister wasn't born yet.
Bro, I wasn't born yet.
So
I like it. I think I was something like 35. Okay, look at you, bro. That was a joke, man. I'm not that old. Yeah.
No. Before we get out of here, any last thoughts by anybody?
You mean last thoughts in life? Listen, man, we're only here for a short amount of time. No, listen, congratulations to Salt and Pepper for making it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
And
Pop history
Spinderella.
up in here, man. Ain't nobody else to report on that. And Spinderella, that's right. That's right. My queen.
Hey, Outkast made it too.
Girls. That's right. Big shout out to Outkast.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. You know, a lot of people are like, man, they don't deserve to be in there. Well, listen, they're there. So congratulations to them, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that black people invented rock and roll too. Did they forget that?
True, right? Tell that
yeah.
true.
Chuck Berry, and some say Little Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Chubby Checker got in too, right? Yeah, he got in.
Who was that?
Chubby Checker. He also got inducted into the
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these
any last one?
No, I was just gonna say Little Richard inspired Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Oh gosh, who else? James Brown like influenced Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones. A lot of those British rock groups got their inspiration by looking at a lot of black singers, and
you can tell. Look at the Beatles. You can tell.
Yep.
Look at the Beatles.
I don't really like the Beatles that much.
I understand.
They rated. But yeah, look at those documentaries, and they'll show all these clips of like Little Richard, James Brown, all of them, and they're just like, yeah, I saw them, and they were just like, that just lit it for me.
Speaking of documentaries, one more thing, guys. Be on the lookout for Eddie Murphy's sort of documentary on Netflix. It just dropped. Eddie Murphy just said, damn it, I'm going to give myself my flowers. You know?
That's what I'm talking about.
And he did a good job. I watched it earlier. And, you know, you just see how he was part of he helped to define the 80s as well. Like he changed the face of comedy and all that stuff. So, you know, when we have the greats, especially the ones who are still living, you got to give them their respect, man. You know what I mean? So he told his story his way. It's currently playing on Netflix. Check it out. It was good.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Any last words before we leave?
Just check out the channel. I know I've been slacking off for my live streams lately, but it's just a real hectic lately at the job.
It's
so
life.
Yeah,
It's life.
I still try to throw in some gaming streams every now and then. But yeah, look out for that. I might do a special gaming stream tomorrow that all you guys want. So just check that out. I picked up, so now I have all of them. I got Street Fighter 6, I got Tekken 8, I got Mortal Kombat 1. So I got all 3 of my fighting games. I'm gonna be doing those every now and then. So just to do that.
That Marvel Fighter game I showed you, get that.
Yes. When is that coming out?
I don't know, but you need to get that and we can play on live stream. We'll do live stream.
Okay, let's do that. That looked kind of hot. That looked hot.
That was dope. Lorena, what you got up?
Let's see. Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Got the Spice Lounge going on, throwing those hot takes and spicy conversation. We're going to be talking about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein and why you need to watch that. Like yesterday, you need to go and watch it. We're going to talk about that. Talk about Sydney Sweeney's bomb at the box office. I notice a lot of people are quiet, and the ones that are the loudest just really hating on it. We're talking about that. All kinds of other news that's out there in pop culture that we're going to run down. So please do not miss that. That's what I got coming up. Also my gaming channel hit 100 subscribers. So I'm very, very excited about that. Thank y'all so much. And I'm hoping to get some time to play Where Winds Meet, which is a new free Wuxia open world RPG game, which looks like complete fire. So I can't wait to do that. I'm going to try to upload some video, some gameplay over the weekend.
Leo, what up, my brother? I'm glad you're here, man. That's another New Yorkian. Is that how you say New York person? New Yorkian?
New Yorker. Be careful out there in New York. Demange not hell about that.
You can get with that.
Yeah.
Mark,
it ain't looking good. Yeah, just doubling down on what Randy was saying about Frankenstein, guys. That's the sure shot for the week. Go check out Frankenstein. I wish they had it on the IMAX. I would have loved to have seen it. I don't know why it came out the way it did, but that movie was freaking fire. But yeah, come check me out on the channel. I've been raising hell. Some of my my viewers are in here tonight. Thank you for hanging in there with me. YouTube doesn't push me at all, so I really
you ain't the only one, brother. You ain't the only one.
I love you, brother, because you share my videos more than I do, especially on X. I don't stop doing that, But Demanjanai always gives me that boost, and just thanks for the love, man. Thanks for the love that you show all of us, because like Fatal is saying, it's rough. There are those who they get the push, whatever, they link up, they do the little popularity contest, whatever, blackface bullshit they do, but over here, this is all love, man. So, thank you guys for being there for us.
But you know what, Mark? I'm going to be honest with you. And we don't seen it. Them big guys ain't seeing the numbers like they used to either. Something is going on with YouTube, man. Something is going on.
But as usual, it's like I always say, when they get a cold, we get the flu, we get pneumonia, you know what I mean? So, even though they're being affected by it too, we're being pretty much freaking squashed. So that's why, for those, because the ones that we get look for us, you understand? And that's why I give them that special shout out, because I know they're looking for us. That's why they're here tonight. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much. Thank you for the super chat love. Smash that like. Take this link. Send it to a friend, email it to a friend. Because like you said, like Mark said, YouTube ain't pushing us, but the people can push this tree. You know what I mean? Thank y'all so much. Take care of each other. Y'all have a blessed week. And we out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace. Bye.
Fader, what is you looking at? You were staring hard at the camera just then.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
should have freaking paid
What were you just
attention.
looking at, bro?
You're standing on.
You killed Luke, you bastard.
The backlash.
This is the Last Jedi all over again.
I told my son, I said, boy, watch the stream tonight, boy. Watch the stream. You're going to be proud of your old man. And what does he see? What does he see?
I don't hear it now.
Yeah, look at you. It was Fox this whole
It wasn't
time.
me. Stand up. How's that happen?
You can't come back from
I
that.
think y'all did this on purpose to make me hope tonight. Just so y'all can do all of this.
Abu,
It
you
was
did it.